rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, multiple sclerosis, type 1 diabetes in children, type 2 diabetes, seborrhea, psoriasis, dandruff, acne, joint pain, arthritis, arthralgias, hair loss.
The list goes on, and so does he for full effect.
Autoimmune alopecia, depression, eating disorders, on and on and on. If all these, at least some, if not most of them, are caused by grains, what happens if we eat no grains? I'm going to propose to you that many, if not most of these diseases disappear. They go away.
Wheat, he argues, is not what it used to be. It's a genetically modified monster he calls Frankenwheat. And who's to blame? Well, big food companies and big government for unleashing the beast on unsuspecting consumers.
Dark corners, dark shadows, lies. I think that's what we have in the world of wheat and grains.
His message is alarming. Don't trust government food guidelines or food scientists. Instead, trust him.
This is our chance to pull back that curtain, expose the whole thing to the light of day. All right, thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much.
With any of his own scientific studies, he just cut wheat from his diet. He says his blood sugars tumbled, his extra weight melted away. He urged his patients to follow him, and the anecdotes began to pile up.
Patient after patient came back and said, well, I did that, and yes, my blood sugar is much better, but I also lost 43 pounds, and I didn't do anything else.
Would you consider that you're waging a war on wheat now?
I'm waging a war against misinformation in health, in which one of the major and most destructive messages is to create a diet rich in healthy whole grains. You know, Mark, I think this movement is so large. It's such a huge, earth-shattering, world-changing, life-changing perspective. I don't think any one person can take all the credit.
But you would consider there is a movement afoot right now?
No question.
The movement he spawned has shaken an industry to its very core. 56% of Canadians now report they're cutting down on whole grains like wheat. That means cutting out 1/3 of all food, like bread, breakfast cereals, pastas, pastries, pretzels, and beer. That's a big slice of the pie. Kellogg's and General Mills report a huge drop in cereal sales. Weston Bakeries shut down factories, and Maple Leaf Foods sold its bread division.
Have you tried gluten-free Chex oatmeal and new Chex granola mix? It's gluten-free. Chex.
And now gluten and wheat-free products are filling store shelves with more than $6 billion in sales last year. All of that a win for the anti-wheat movement.
I had told myself there's no way this could be true. How could a world of nutritionists, dietitians, and my colleagues get it so utterly wrong for so long? Well, once you start to peel back this onion, you start to realize it is quite rotten. It is quite rotten to the core.
Could he be right that everyone else has got it wrong? Well, his book cites some 295 studies as proof that wheat is indeed killing us. Sensitivities to wheat. But Dr. William Davis insists wheat is bad for all of us because it's not your grandparents' wheat. He says it's something much worse. Modern wheat's dirty little secret? Wheat proteins, gluten, and gliadins that he claims have been modified by scientists and now act like a chemical on our brains, a chemical we get hooked to, like junkies. Modern wheat, he says, is an opiate, like heroin, creating food addictions.
Modern wheat is a perfect chronic poison. It's literally an opiate or an opioid. Gliadin partially breaks down and becomes opiates that bind to the human brain.
It's the foundation of the wheat belly argument.
Wheat of today is nothing like the wheat of 40 years ago. It's not wheat. They call it Frankenwheat. Nobody, no human should be eating this modern creation of genetics research.
Modern wheat, he argues, is a crude result of experimentation, a frightening brainchild of agricultural scientists.